All right, welcome to another Actors Talk. I am joined today by Carlos Ragas, and I am so happy to announce that he is one of the 2024 Best Actor nominees for his film Tin Can. Welcome,
Uh,
Carlos. Welcome.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Carlos, where are you joining us from today? Where you at?
I live in Los Angeles, California. Ooh,
Okay.
way up in the hills of East Los Angeles. Oh yeah, I'm up in the hills.
All right, now we heard about those hills now. All right. Carlos is an American actor stuntman known for his work on Training Day, Making History, Touch, and The Watch. Originally from Rhode Island, Carlos took a bit of a detour in his life when he decided to travel and perform with the Ringling Brothers Circus. After he finished his shows, he made his way back to Los Angeles, where he's lived for several years working and honing his craft. And boy, did you hone your craft right up on this Best Actors nomination. So thank you for
Wow,
being here with me today.
where
Um,
did you find that? I wanted to hide all that information. How did you? You know my
Research
dirty
got you to
secrets.
work.
You know my secrets. Dang it.
Carlos, how does it feel
Yes.
to be nominated as a Best Actor?
Geez, I absolutely no. It's amazing. Are you kidding me? Are you? Anytime anyone takes any recognition at all
Yeah.
for your work, it's amazing. As an actor, as an actor, you always feel like, am I doing enough? Is it good enough? Is it this? Is it that? And when you get a nomination, you're just like, was it the old Sally Fields? You like me? You
Yes.
like me? Is that thing where so yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I'm excited that you know to get any kind of recognition, especially in this industry, is great, especially for independent films through festivals, because there's so much great work out there. A lot of actors that are working their way up. So to be considered by any festival is like, you know what? We like what you did. Is
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Really good for the ego. Good for the
Yeah.
emotional boost.
I hear that. I hear you
Makes
on
you want to
that.
go, okay, I'll keep doing this. I'll
I
keep
can
doing
do
this.
this. I can do this.
Because you all know there's a love-hate relationship when it comes to this industry, because it's a lot of rejection with a few successes. And for me, I have to say Los Angeles and acting has been probably the most abusive relationship I've ever had. As I
Yes.
jokingly say,
Yes.
you get to that point, I'm done. I quit. I'm not doing this anymore. I hate you. We're breaking up. What? I booked a job?
Right.
Oh, you
Right.
love me. You
Love
love
it.
me. Oh, okay. I'm staying. All right, I'll stay in this relationship again. And
One
then
more
that lull
time.
hits. It's over. I quit. I'm gone. I got a call back. Okay. You love me again. And then you guys have the audacity to give me, a nomination as best actor. I'm like, oh, I'm
Yes.
staying again.
Yes, yes, you deserve it, Carlos. I mean, I
Oh,
watched your stunt reel and you were amazing from the beginning of that. I was like, this guy's pretty funny. Not only is he doing
yeah.
the stunts right, but you're also funny with it as well. So tell us a little bit about the film Tin Can.
Tin Can is a movie based on a gentleman who um, tried for years to become a citizen. And through, unfortunately, the bureaucracy and the red tape that happens with all of that, and putting in the money and doing this and doing that, and his girlfriend going through, and his kid getting all getting all that. He's like, I tried, and after a while, you just move on, hoping that all your money that you spent, all your paperwork you sent in, will eventually get processed. Well, in the process of having to change his career from being a rodeo clown to being a birthday clown, uh, down near the border, and catering to a rich family to entertain them. And the kid was not impressed at all. He's driving on the road, and he's at the park and sees a bunch of kids from Mexico playing soccer with a tin can. I mean, backtrack. One of the gifts that was given to this kid who was rich was a soccer ball. But the kid's like, don't care.
Mhm.
But to drive around, see these kids playing with a tin can, he stops. The kids kick it over the fence. He throws it back and decides, you know what? Let me entertain these kids, because clearly they would enjoy it. So by doing that, unfortunately, gets caught by border patrol going,
Mm.
"Why are you over the border?" You didn't go around the proper gate. You just kind of stepped over to do this. So he gets caught up in the system, and I realize you're an illegal. And he's like, I've tried. I mean, I did everything I was told to do, but you guys took too long, and I just lived my life. And you caught me by doing an innocent thing. I was just trying to do this thing, and it's a situation that happens to a lot of people. It's really, really tough, and puts people on both sides of it. Like, even at the end of the story, even the border patrol people just say, "Hey, we get the laws are messed up, but we got to
Yeah.
follow them." And it's just really, it's horrible that you're in this situation. But here's where we are, and it was we did it in 2018, which was always a very prevalent thing back there. People, like, you have all the people trying to get here for school or
Yeah.
just a better life, for all of that, and it was very prevalent back then. And unfortunately, it's still to this day. Even you can even go further back. It's been around forever. People are still fighting to get here,
Yes.
and the struggles that get here, and it's not easy. It's very, very tough, and I don't understand why it's made to be so difficult, and why people who try to have a better life from someplace else are still frowned upon or still looked down, and they go, "Oh, well, you're not doing it the right way." It's like, until you literally walk a mile in their shoes and see what the process takes
Yeah.
to get here, to be here, when you realize that, it's like, you'll understand. Like, sometimes people go, "You know what? Pardon my, screw it. I'm just gonna step around the line and just
Yeah. Do what I gotta
go
do.
do what I got to do." It's like, and for anyone to go, "Oh, that's horrible," it's like, look, man, seriously, I dare you, go someplace else and try and get there
Yeah.
with very little resources, very little help, anything like that. Try it and see how hard it is. We're very lucky to live where we're at. We are
Yeah.
very, very lucky to live where we're at. It's so hard to get someplace else
Yeah.
if you don't have the resources, and
Yeah.
most don't.
Well, I had an opportunity to speak with director Pat Battistini, and I asked him, why now? Why have you entered Tin Can into this film festival? And he said exactly what you said. The issues in the movie are still very relevant. People are still fighting with Border Patrol, for Border Patrol, in whatever aspect. The system is still being worked on. So this movie came right at a time where it's something that is very relatable. So I understood, and it's great to now to be able to sit here and talk to you about it. Now, can you tell me a little bit about your process of developing your character? I guess I'm asking you your developmental process for Tin Can. Your character was JC, right?
Mm-hmm.
JC, tell me about.
JC. JC was just a person who's got a good, kind heart. He started out as a rodeo clown, just running the circuit, battering his body to entertain people. That was always been his passion, just entertain and make people happy and make people laugh and have a good time. Well, when unfortunately that rodeo circuit had to go bankrupt because it was really hard to make ends meet, he had to reinvent himself yet again to try and survive, to make ends meet, and take care of his kid. And to go through that same thing for me, it was kind of touching home to myself. Like, my background was, believe it or not, I used to be a circus clown. Yeah. And my love of entertaining, making people laugh, and doing that was very, very good. Uh, my mother was from Spain. She came here legally. Don't worry about that. But I remember the struggles that she went through growing up. She learned English from watching TV,
Nice.
and commercials and things like that. And that's back in the day. Uh, she was a singer and dancer in Spain. That's where my dad met her. He was in the Navy, met there. When they came stateside, she couldn't do that.
Yeah.
She didn't speak English. So she went from being this person headlining shows in Spain, in Rota, in Barcelona, like that, to cleaning hotel rooms or motel rooms. So you watch the struggle of that, and raising 6 kids.
Yeah.
And still doing all of that stuff. So to tap into that was easy to do, because although she came here legally and we were all legal, but I know that struggle. It seems some people just having to fight to just be here and build a life for themselves. So it was easy to tap into. I live in East Los Angeles now, East Los Angeles area, and I know people all my friends are here legally, but they struggle. It's still, if you don't speak the language, it's a harder road. And people are like, well, just learn it. It's like, it's not as easy as you think, because a lot of my foreign friends say a lot of things like, how many Americans speak multiple languages?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so people coming over here battle and they struggle, and I get it. I get that fight. I understand it, but I wish it was easier for some. People do deserve a better life. Everyone deserves a better life. And if you come here to get that, have some compassion. Have some compassion for people trying to build a better life for themselves, because we all want that.
That's real, Carlos. That's real. And now I can see why you're nominated Best Actor, because that came from a real place for you. It wasn't hard for you to tap in. Like you said, you were able to get right in there and know the work and understand it, and you performed at your best. Like, that's so dope to me. That's so dope.
I have a lot of friends who've come from different areas, not just from Mexico. They've come from Russia, from Italy, from Spain, from Philippines. A lot of friends have come here and it's a struggle to just build a life here. And it's like, until you actually talk to them and see what they've gone through.
Yeah.
We talked earlier. It's like to leave a place that all your friends, your family, or whatever, to come someplace and be treated like literally a third-class citizen, where all you're going is like, look, I just want a better life.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind how you can look down at anyone going, because anyone in their situation would do the exact same thing, no matter what. Yeah, rules or no rules, it doesn't matter. We're designed to survive.
Yes.
No matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, people will risk their life to get to a better place, especially when there are children involved. Hey, honey, you don't want to know what I would do when it comes to my kids. I would go through the ringer, through the fire, everything.
You ask anyone, they would do that, but yet suddenly they go, oh, well, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. It's like, look, man, I'm going to do anything I have to do to get money back to my family so they can thrive and survive. And how dare anyone look down upon that? And if you don't like it, then make the process better. Make it easier. Don't ever look down on someone who's doing a horrible thing, especially when they're here making literally a half to a quarter what you earn. And you're, oh, they're doing it. No one's taking your job. They're just, it upsets me. It hits a part of me. It just makes you so frustrated. It's like, until you, again, the whole line, until you walk a mile in someone else's shoes, don't judge them. Don't.
That's right. That's right. All right. We got a little bit serious there, Carlos. We did. Can we lighten it up and tell me about Ringling Brothers Circus? Your experience.
How I got into the circus was complete and total accident. It was not at all on my radar, not at all what I wanted to do at all. When I was in high school, I had scholarships to go to college. I had 3 full ride scholarships at 3 different schools. And I was going to college for theater. That's what I wanted to do. I was at the Rhode Island Shakespeare Theater Company, doing a play with them, and plays throughout high school and what have you. And one day in my law class in high school, a girl, I'll say her name, and I've always thanked her. Every once in a while I'll say it. A woman named, I can say she's a woman now, her name was Melissa Rocher. She had just saw the Ringling Brothers Circus that played Providence, Rhode Island. And like out of a movie, I'm sitting at my desk. She sat down, and the program that she brought into school fell down. I looked on the ground and said, can I take a look at this? She's like, yeah, sure. So I'm just thumbing through it. Oh, look at that picture. Look at this. Look at that. And there was a postcard for this thing back in the day called Ringling Brothers Clown College. I was just curious, what's that? Because I always thought, you got to be born into the circus. I didn't want to be in the circus. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I was just curious. What is this? Because as a theater person, I was like, oh, it's Commedia dell'arte. It's movies. It's that. So I wrote a letter back when we write letters, sent it off. They gave me an application and a pamphlet. As a joke, I filled it out because I was going to college. I had scholarships. I'm good to go.
Yeah.
So I filled it out. Took about 2 weeks to get off my lazy butt to get it done. Sent it off and forgot about it. On a Saturday, I got a call from a gentleman named Steve Smith, who was the dean of Clown College at the time. Asked me questions about my application. which I
Okay.
thought was standard. But at the end of all that, he said, congratulations. Can't wait to meet you.
Okay.
You mean I got in? I was like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Congratulations. You've been accepted into clown college. When does it start? In 3 weeks.
Wow.
What? But uh, I got to talk to my dad, my
Yeah.
mom. Hold on. And I talked to them. They're like, no, absolutely not. You're going to college. So I pleaded with them. It's 2.5 months in the summertime. There's no way I'm going to get offered anything. It's training for my theater to my eventual acting career and blah, blah, blah. They eventually acquiesced and said, all right, fine,
Okay.
go. So I went, did my training for 2.5 months and thought, there's no way I'm getting a contract. At the end of it,
Ringling,
they gave me
brother.
a contract. And I
Nice.
ended up going from graduating high school in June, September, signing a contract to join the circus. 3 weeks after signing that contract, I was living on a circus train, traveling the country, and unfortunately, never made it to college. But that circus life taught me hard work.
Yes.
I grew up really fast because I'm a summer baby. So I graduated high school at 17.
Yep.
I
Me
turned
too.
18 at Clown College. By September of that same year, I was on my own, traveling with a company, and grew up like that. And it was amazing. But
Yeah.
that helped me for every aspect beyond that, becoming a stuntman, becoming an actor, pulling from all of that. It was. So I always say, like, I never chose to do it. It chose me,
That's
and then
right.
it created an amazing life beyond that.
That's right.
Beyond that.
That's right. You mentioned that you learned some stunts there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
what was that like for you? Did you
Well,
just
it
get
was, well, it was, but it was like learning like how to jump on a mini tramp, how to jump on trampoline, how to do
okay?
Russian swing, uh, uh, cradle act. From there, using all that skill and being in the circus, when I left that road, I came back home, and a friend of mine on the road, a guy named Max Daniels, said, "Hey, when I left the road, I joined this company called Club Med, where they have a position called an animator. Animator, it's a French thing. Anyway, there was a guy who's just a comedy guy. He just runs around the resort, acts like a maniac, and makes people laugh and does whatever. But take down this number, whatever." So when I left the road, I found that number, called, got the job, and it just so happens that I got the job as an animator, got sent down to Florida. And who was the animator in Florida? Pat Battistini. That's where I
Nice.
met Pat. So I replaced him as he went on. And so he went on to his career in Club Med for a while. Then he left to become an actor in LA and direct and what have you. I went on to my career in Club Med. When I left that, I came to LA. I joined this place called the Actors Network, which is a place for actors and network. And basically going, you set your goals. We're partners in this class. You set your goals, and we keep each other accountable. And then
Okay.
we come to these things called power groups. So we go to a power group, and that's what we're going to do. So I walk in to do this thing, walk into the room. I look up. There's Pat. I'm like, what the what? It's like
Wow.
we connected yet again here in LA
Yeah.
and became friends again through all that stuff. And then, that eventually we left that stuff and went our different ways and whatever. And then one day I had an idea to write a thing, and I was keeping track of what Pat was doing. So I reached out to Pat and said, "Hey, Pat, I got an idea of a project I want to work on." It's like, great, great, great. What is it? I explained it to him. He's like, awesome. But
But
I got an idea for this thing called Tin Can. And I wrote, and I put you in mind, and we're going to do this thing first. I'm like, great.
yeah.
And that's how we got to this point. So
Yeah.
again, I think it was destiny, replacing Pat, running the Pat again, doing this thing that's been successful for me and successful for him too. It's amazing. One day I hope that if I get my Oscar, I can go, and it was Pat that
Yes.
just did this
Yes.
thing that kept me around.
Pat is a great guy, and he
Oh,
explained
he's
that,
an amazing guy. He's an amazing
yeah,
guy.
he
Biggest heart in
explained
the
that
world.
he likes to work with people, he likes to work with talent that he already knows. So he's creating all of these great films with, his friends and people that he's worked with. He's already familiar with the talent.
But he makes it so much. He makes it fun. He takes all the pressure off of everything. The never yells, never gets angry. It makes the environment so well to work with. Like I would love to do another project with Pat. We just never had a chance to do another one, but he just makes it so easy. And even doing this project with him, it was just so much fun. And the guy, puts his heart and soul into everything. It just blows my mind how much he gives to this and makes it such a great environment for performers and actors to go, let's find it. Let's just work and let's make it happen. It's amazing. It was an amazing project. It was
Yeah,
really fun.
you can tell Pat is pretty cool. His online presence, he always has so much energy. And then
And
getting
a
in,
smile all the time.
yes, he's received a lot of support and stuff like that. And you can tell those type of people go far because of just who they are, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carlos, I want to know what's next for you, or what type of role you would like to play next.
Um, the funny thing about it is normally I would get cast as the bad guy.
Oh,
Well, because I got this big furrowed brow, and if I relax my face, I look like I'm mad all the time. But I do have. I'm hoping it comes out soon. Uh, Last I checked, it's slated for 2025 now. It would be a movie coming out called Goodrich, starring Michael Keaton, and I'm in it in a scene opposite Michael Keaton.
yeah,
I'm working with Beetlejuice and Batman. Yes, a
yes.
movie called Goodrich is coming out hopefully end of this year, maybe into next year. Um, and I am trying to write a few projects right now. I don't want to say anything just yet, but it's a one that's called Balloon. Uh,
Okay.
that it was the idea I pitched to Pat a while ago, and then I shelved it for a long time. But now I actually want to dust it off again and start working on that. And then I have a comedy short that I have written, and I'm getting ready to cast that as well to put on it's a comedy about security systems for your home. It will be
Oh,
it will be really, and again, very prevalent because
yeah.
crime is rising in the world, and this system will just beat everyone's in the world. Trust me. When you see it,
Okay.
you're gonna laugh. You're gonna enjoy it. But
Okay.
that's what I'm working on. And of course, if Tarantino would ever call me,
Yeah,
uh,
right. Shelf
sure, I
all.
sent a few letters, and that cease and desist letter. Come on, I know he's joking, but one day he's gonna call. No, but no, out here just grinding away, grinding away, grinding away.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you audition a lot?
Yes, thank goodness things are picking up again. It is auditions are coming through the roof, coming through the tunnel, I should say. And so I've had several auditions. I just worked stunt work. I did worked on a project a couple of days ago. Having to do a couple of wrecks on Friday, and took all day Saturday to recover from those. I'm
Yeah.
not as young as I used to be, so hitting the ground kind of hurts now. But
Hmm.
so I am glad the industry is picking up again. Things are starting to work again. A lot of my friends are starting to get auditions, which gives me hope that, okay, my agent's like, don't you go anywhere because it's starting to come back again. So,
Yes. That's good. That's good news. I'm happy to hear that,
mm,
so we can look forward to some of your projects. And I heard you mention in there that you're a writer. Is that right?
yes,
You're a writer.
I'm not the world's greatest writer. I'm learning how to write, and like I said,
Okay.
it takes a while. And I've got a few friends that I've talked to saying, hey, take a look at this stuff. And they're like, all right, change this to this, that to that. But I'm learning more about that because now, as the industry is changing, or has it always been, they've always said, find what you want to play and write it for yourself,
Absolutely.
because because you keep doing that and you start doing your own projects, eventually they'll come knocking, or you go, look, I don't need you to knock. I've created my own vehicle. I've created my own avenue. So that's the process I'm in right now. That's what I'm working through right now to start going, all right, here's what I want to do. Here's what I want to play. And
Yes.
I'll write it, especially now. It's from when I first started out to now. I mean, we have these. You can film
Mhm.
anything. You got technology is just amazing now to make it so much easier instead
Yes.
of
To
having to
tell a
cut together,
story.
having VCRs going. Let me edit from this.
Oh
That's how old I
gosh.
am. I'm I'm that old. I am 8 million. I'm a Super 8 tape old. That's doing that stuff. We've done that in the
That's a
past, but
beast right there. That's a beast.
mhm.
I have a book recommendation for you. It is
Oh wait,
called
hold.
The Screen Hustle. Wait, this the Side Hustlers Screenwriter presents Side Hustle. Oh gosh, I'm watching this.
Phew, that's a
I'm
long
trying to.
side
I'm trying to tell you
hustlers
that.
screen thing. Why don't you just text that to me because
You
there's
know
no way I can
what?
write all that down.
I'm gonna get the right name to it, but there's a book that's written by Jason Gregory, and it's a very
Hmm.
thin book, and it's a book for screenwriters who just need that start. So it's like a I'm gonna make sure I get it right because I definitely want to plug that in here.
All right.
Never, nevertheless, Carlos, how can we support you, fellow filmmakers? If you said this is what I need from the industry, this is what I need from my supporters, my friends, maybe in some of the ventures that you're doing. If you're looking for a producer, how can we support you, Carlos?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to just say, if you get a chance to see Tin Can and you
Yes,
like the work that I do, hey, give me a call. I will collaborate with anyone on any project. I have no problem with doing that. I just want to work with as many people as possible. You know,
absolutely.
I never came out here under the delusion of trying to be rich or famous, stuff like that. I love creating stories. I like that. I mean, obviously, you want to sign me to a multi-million-dollar contract? Yeah, I'll sign that. But it wasn't that. It's just collaborating with other people and coming up with some really great projects is just really nice. It's so much fun, you know.
Absolutely.
And that
Absolutely.
that that's what it's about for me. It really is. I truly enjoy that. So yeah, if you see my work out there, and it's if you see Tin Can, when Good Rich Out comes out, you see that work, and you say, hey, you know what? I would like to work with that guy. I would like to put him in my picture, or I'd like to collaborate on a writing project. I'm down. I am 100% down. I don't care where you're at. I'll get there. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, with that being said, will we get an opportunity to see you in Orlando at the end of this month for the film
I
festival?
am working on that. That is the problem, because I'm in rehearsals right now for a show. So
Okay.
honestly, I'll be there tonight up until the end of the month. So if I can get some time out, if they'll be okay with me stepping away, then yes, I want to be down to Orlando
Okay. Have
because
you been to Orlando before?
oh yeah, I've been to Florida a
Okay.
few times. I was in Melbourne a couple of weeks ago with a friend of mine. I've been to Orlando a few times, and
Yeah.
win or lose, I don't care. It would just be nice to be down there and see all the other projects that have been nominated, to get a chance to see some more things, because the more you see, the more you learn, the more you know. And that's what I want to do. I'm going to see what's in these festivals and what other artists are doing right now, whether writers, directors, so I can go, hey, I like what you did. So can we
Yes.
connect? And everyone's got ideas. So up in this little dome, there's a lot of different slices of different ideas. So I go, oh, I don't know if I can get it going, but I know if I team up with you,
Yes.
you can help me get me over this hurdle to the next thing. So yeah, I'm hoping to get down there. I really am.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when you think of Orlando, what comes up for you? Wait, wait, wait. Before you answer that question, I found the book. I found the book.
Oh,
The Side Hustle Screenwriter presents Quick Tips to Writing Your First Screenplay. And I am going
okay.
to send you that. It is a
Send me
thin book.
that.
It is a thin book. You can find that on Amazon. And it is. I talked to the author of it, and in that book, he just gives tips, especially things like just biding your time and the power of collaboration, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm happy I
And,
got
and
that.
getting and getting and getting that's the thing that unfortunately is true. Everything's already been made. It's just trying to make it better.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the
and
thing.
telling your own
You
story.
go, that's it.
Hmm.
And there are ideas that I like to tell. There's stories I like to tell based on my experiences that I think I think they'll be interesting. But you always go, well, is it like I think I have a few things out there that a few ideas I think would be really, really cool to put out. And I'm hoping to find a few people to collaborate with to help me get over that bubble. If not,
Yeah,
then I'll have to push myself. But ooh,
yeah.
can I
Now,
tell you
now,
about one
what?
fun win we had? What? Oh, sorry.
Yes, yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was
A
gonna
funny
say,
story with Pat.
what
I
comes
have
up for
had.
you
I mean, this nomination is
for
amazing. This nomination
Orlando?
is amazing. I've won before for best actor, but and every time it's been the most humbling thing in the world, because sometimes you get an advance warning. Hey, you're nominated. All right, I'll be there. This is great. Pat and I, I think this is like the funniest story for me. Pat and I were at a Latin film festival out in the desert. We were both nominated, didn't win, which is fine. And we're driving home, and Pat's like, "Hey, there's a festival in Glendale that we're in." It's like, "Where are you?" Somebody's like, "I don't know. They don't tell you because they want you to show up." All right, so we race all the way down. We look at the time. Oh, it's about to start. We get to
Hmm.
Glendale. We find parking. We go on in there, and we get our little tickets. We go to bar, get a glass of wine. We're hanging out, and we find two other people that we worked with on Tin Can project that were nominated for something else. And we're like, "Hey, we made it!" Cling, and you hear over the microphone, And the winner is Carlos Ragas. Cling. Pat's like, hey, you won. I won what? They just called your
Right.
name. Who called my name? The festival. What? And Carlos Ragas went, oh my God. And
Oh my God.
for Pat and I, it was the funniest thing. The rest of the world's like, hey, we didn't
Yeah.
know what the? And it was just a great story. And for me, it will always be probably the funniest thing in the world because just the look on both of our faces looking at each other like, hey, holy mackerel. It was just so funny. It was
That's dope.
one of those, I wish you could be there. If you could have saw our faces, it was just, and I had nothing to say. I got up there going, Pat. I think that was my speech. Pat, yeah. Ran away. It was funny.
Well,
Anyway.
moments like that, that's the stuff
Oh.
that, this journey is made of. Like that's rich right there. And if you'd have had time to prepare, I'm sure you'd have had something great to say. Because you're so humble about it.
No, because for me, I think I actually said, Pat, we did it. I think that was my speech. Pat, we did it. And it was pure because this film, I love it. It's a great project, but this thing and working with Pat and everything, like really, it came at a point for me where, to be honest, I needed it. I really needed it. I needed to be part of a really great project, which was this small little independent film to get into that world where I've done small projects before, but it was amazing and it was inspiring. And this little project has driven me to keep going. Because we all know it. Sometimes it gets really, really tough. It gets very, very difficult. You keep going. If someone could just give you the book that actually gives you the correct path to get there, that'd be great. Yeah. And this little picture for me has been the gift that just keeps giving. It really, really does. And for you guys to have seen this and to throw another nomination my way, especially after all what we've gone through from the actor strike and work being slow and wondering if you're ever going to work again and or if anyone's ever going to take notice of what you're doing, and you're just feeling like I'm just getting that ocean's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm just getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And this one little thing said, again, hey, remember that thing you did a while ago? We love it. And we loved your work. It was like, all right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm still on this path.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get emotional, but it was,
I feel you.
It came at a great time. It came at a great time. And, so yeah, I will bust my butt to do what I got to do. As long as the show lets me go, I want to be down there.
Yeah. All right. Well, we all can relate to those feelings that you're expressing. And there's something that the way that you've talked about your path here, you're supposed to be here, Carlos. Like, you may think maybe it's a coincidence, but you've paid your dues, you've done the work, and you're supposed to be here. And nominations like this, they prove it to you. They, just like you said, help you to continue to hold on. So you keep doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing work. I'm going to share your stunt reel along with this so that people can see how great of a stunt man you are. And I hope that you continue to grow and grow.
There should be an actor reel out there. There's an actor reel
There's an actor.
put that out there too now. Not just,
okay.
I don't hit the ground forever. Hitting the ground hurts, My thing was I came out here to be an actor. My circus background made me do stunt work. Going like until you can make it doing an actor, you got to do something. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll hit the ground for a while. But look, it's starting to hurt a lot. So.
The reason why I draw to that stunt reel is because everybody can't do it. I tried to do stunts once, I did a few times, but it was not easy. Everybody can't do it. You can't make it look authentic. It's not as easy as people may make it seem. So that's why I draw to that.
That is true. That is the thing. Like, it is unfortunately the one thing they forget about is even right now. That's why the stunt community itself is fighting, trying to get nominated for Oscars or be recognized for their work. It's like it's one of the few jobs that you literally put your life on the line. You put your body on the line, and unfortunately, bad things can happen. And you hope every day when you step into that you won't. But
Yeah.
It's the one
Yeah.
aspect where you realize these people are they're out there giving her all to create magic for a film or for a TV show, and they're forgotten about. Like, anyone can do that. Like, oh, really,
Right.
really, you can
Hmm.
do it once. When you come to take 5 or take 7, doing that same rec or that same blah blah blah, it takes its toll. So
Well,
show a little bit,
yeah.
show some love and respect to stunt men and stunt women out there too, because they're giving it up, especially the stunt women. Oh my goodness,
Hmm.
these women, I think they're badder asses than the guys, because a lot of times, hey, we're covered in pants and jackets and blah blah blah. We can pad up. These ladies are wearing half shirts and mini skirts, can't pad, and they're still taking big wrecks just as bad as we are. So
Yeah.
they whew, hands down, they're badass.
Yeah. Well, much respect to you, Carlos, and doing what you
Thank
do
you.
as an actor. I hope that you continue to rise and get that Oscar that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? You keep pushing yourself and you'll get there because you're supposed to be here. And there's something to be said about that.
We're all
Definitely.
supposed to be here doing this. This is it. This is for everyone. I mean, it's difficult. It's not easy, but you know what?
Yeah.
I would rather do this than anything else.
I
No
hear
matter
that.
what, I would choose this hands down. No matter what, I could have quit 1,000 times,
Yep.
but for some stupid reason, I don't.
Keep going.
Because it's
Keep
I love it,
going.
and to meet people. I mean, to just meet other collaborators and do this stuff. It's amazing, and what how much it's grown and changed is just it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Carlos, now before we go, I would like
Okay.
you to give some advice to someone who is looking to become a Best Actor nominee themselves. What advice can you give to aspiring actors?
Well, first and foremost is the easiest one. Don't quit. You know,
Hmm.
don't 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 doubt yourself. It's not easy. As someone said to me before, if it were easy, we'd all have a shelf full of Oscars and making it. It's very tough. Surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with people who are driven, uh, because it's hard. It's not an easy business, and you got to be grateful and take joy in the work and in the process of it all, and keep learning. No project's too small.
Yeah.
Um, you can always draw something, inspiration from anyone, from any situation. So it's a fight, but it's a great fight. It's an amazing fight, and it's a journey. It's not always going to be easy. It's going to be rewarding. Take the good with the bad. Get a hard skin, because you always know you can put your lifeblood in something like that and be rejected 1,000 times. But that cliche line, every no is closer to that one yes, and then when you get it, it feels so much better.
Yes, it
You know,
does.
it does. And be humble, be grateful, be kind. And
That's
as
a
my
good
dad says, don't get so big that you can't bend down and tie your own shoes.
one. That's a good message. And
It's just like, yeah, don't let your ego get so big. They're like, oh no, someone else do that. They're like, don't
somebody else,
don't be that
yeah.
person. Yeah, don't be that
Yeah.
person. Just come on, come on. And every day
Hmm.
smile and go, hey, we're making movies, baby. That's
That's right.
that's that's my line every time I get on. Say, hey, we're making movies, baby. We're living this dream, man. It's awesome. And nothing better than looking up at that screen and just seeing yourself or your friends. They're just like, yeah, yeah. Like, I love when I see my friends succeeding. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah. That's
that's
how I'm
all I
gonna
can
feel
say.
next time. That's how I'm gonna feel next time I see you on screen. After having this conversation with you, I'm gonna be rooting for you, and to be able to see you to continue to grow after being able to talk with you and get to know you just a little bit. I'm rooting for you, and I'm wishing you the absolute best. And I hope you take this nomination and you build on it, and you let it be a catalyst to get you to where you want to go, because you're worth it. You've paid your dues, you've done the work, and now you deserve to come into this thing and get everything that's yours. So keep
I,
keep going and take it.
I
Okay.
hope it catapults me to other levels, because like anything else,
Yeah.
the higher up I get, the more I'll reach back and grab and pull people with me is
That's
my
me.
friends, colleagues. Hey, it's like it's my favorite line from an old movie, Lady Season of Blue. Success means nothing if you got no one to share it with. You know, why be on the top of the mountain by yourself when you can pull everyone else up with you to enjoy that view? So, you know, that's for me. That's what it's about. I want to keep climbing and just bring and work with as many people I can, all my friends, and so we can all sit there at the top and look around and be like, wow, wow. Ooh, I got one crazy story of like those little moments that, like you said, you deserve to be here. Years ago, I used to live in a warehouse not far from where I live at right now. 4 or 5 struggling actors, want to be actors, directors, whatever, living in this ramshackle of a place. We used to climb up on the roof and look at Hollywood. You could see Hollywood from the rooftop. And we'd all be like, one day. We were just new out to LA. Jump forward 7 years ago, I get a call to do stunt work. All right. I'm looking at the address, like I know this address. I drive, and it's the parking lot of the warehouse I used to live in. I'm sitting in my trailer, and I'm looking at that rooftop, seeing the young 20-year-old me looking down, going, "Hey, man, we did it! Like, we did it, man! Like,
Oh
I
man.
am where I first lived at." You just rent. It's the warehouse gets used for filming locations all the time, but it's like, holy crap! Like I'm in my old parking lot, staring at the building. I used to look at Hollywood. Going, one day I'm gonna. So that I wish everyone that moment. I wish that moment for everyone to come back around and be just have that place where you go, ah, I remember when I was hoping and wishing, and now here I am on a set
Yeah.
at the old restaurant I used to wait tables at, or at the blah blah blah. You know,
Yep.
that thing to go. I fought hard and long, and I got this little gift, and then again, these things that just this little movie that could just keeps giving back more and more, not only to me, to Pat, to other cast members. Like it just keeps going. It's amazing. And they
Yeah.
don't come very often, but man, when they do, ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Sometimes it feels like God will set you up
Oh my
like,
God, when they
yeah,
do, they're just amazing. I'm gonna
yeah.
cry. I swear to God, I gotta stop.
Listen, that's good because it feels like sometimes God will do you like that, put you right back
Mm,
in a place so that you can understand that it's not by mistake. That girl didn't hit that wall and that poster fall down for you and you applied and all of those things, your steps have been ordered. And that's how I know you
yeah,
can just kind of feel it that some people are going to go much further because you deserve it, because you've put the work in, because of those full circle moments where it's just full confirmation that I'm in the
yeah.
right place. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm gonna keep doing this until the wheels fall
Mm.
off. And those type of people, you know, they're gonna be successful. You just know it. So that's how I feel about you, Carlos. I just know it
Thank you.
that one day I'm gonna
Thank
look up
you.
like I knew Carlos was gonna do what he said he was gonna do. I already know. I can feel it. I already know.
I hope, but
Yeah.
either way, no matter what, good, bad, or indifferent, man, I've always enjoyed the journey, and I would never regret. I won't regret it for a second. Whether I
Yeah.
get there or not, it doesn't matter, man. It's always has been a good ride.
Yeah.
And for anyone out there, have that dream and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, you'll never make it. It's gonna be hard to make money. So what? Don't tell me what you can't do, what you're not willing to do. I'm willing to do it, and
Yeah.
I'll, you know, people are, oh, it's gonna be so hard. Yeah, it will be, which makes it more worth it.
Yeah.
And when you get there, it makes it even better. So, anyone out there trying to do this, do not quit. No matter what, do not quit. Have faith in yourself. Have your own back. And when you need to, you put great people around you, man. And no matter what, it will always be worth it. It's always going to be enjoyable. Enjoy the
Yes.
process, enjoy the work. Anyway, I'm done. Let me
Yes.
get off my little high horse. Kunk, kunk.
All right. All right, Carlos. Well, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Again, cheers to you on your nomination as Best
Thank
Actor
you.
for your film Tin Can. Hopefully, I get to see you in Orlando. And when I do, you
I
know
hope
it's
so.
all love. All right.
All right.
See you
You
later,
do
Carlos.
well. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.